Hi, and welcome back. In this lecture, we're going to talk about Key Insight 7 Chatbots and Virtual Agents Replacing Custom Support Agents. Well, what is a chatbot? A chatbot is basically a program which is designed for the purpose of interacting with the users in human like conversations, and also they are able to aid around the clock, meaning they are able to give their support 24/7, unlike human custom support agents. And also, they are intelligent enough to understand the context and execute the appropriate bot flow. But however, they can't find answers or perform a set of activities on their own. So when you're designing bots, you'll understand that you're making flows. So you're putting things like if the user asks this kind of questions, go here. If not, go here. So you're using a lot of predefined workflows. And if an out of the context question or an issue comes up with the chat, you have to redivert the user to a human customer support agent or tell the user to refer an article or contact the business hotline during working hours. So what's a virtual agent? So a virtual agent is often like a customer support agent, but it replaces it using software robots. And it's able to crawl through existing resources like help guides, wikis, knowledge bases, and things like that, and offer assistance on a wide variety of requests. But oftentimes, chatbots and virtual agents share a lot of things in common, and there's a lot of overlaps. So it's hard to differentiate what's a chatbot and what's a virtual agent because both of them are getting merged these days into one virtual agent, which is able to perform chatbot like activities and also be able to dig in much more deeper resources and other articles to support the customer's requests. So now let's look at a comparison of chatbots and virtual agents. So virtual agents are primarily rule-based programs, and they use something called machine learning, which we're going to talk about in one of our next lectures, which is basically trying to mimic the human brain using computers. And they use something called natural language processing. So natural language processing is basically making computers understand our day-to-day conversations. Then, if you look at virtual agents, they use machine learning and they also use things like natural language processing and natural language understanding and also artificial emotional intelligence. So they have an emotional intelligence component built right into them, which helps them to understand the emotions that the customer is facing. So it's able to understand whether the customer is frustrated or whether the customer is not happy or that sort of thing, and then provide the appropriate solution immediately. Then, if you look at the core functionalities of chatbots, it basically assists internal business users and customers. So similar to customer support agents. And also, it serves as an experiential platform and it helps you do things like resetting your password using a chatbot. So it's able to verify whether you are an authentic user and that you have been authorized to use the company resources, and then it will very easily reset your password by just chatting with the user. So if you look at the core functionalities of a virtual agent, it's basically assist users with everyday tasks like ordering online. Also, the chats are casual and fun. It's basically informal. So you can have like a normal conversation with the virtual agents and get them to do your task. Then the channels for chatbots are very simple. We have websites, we have support portals, messaging platforms like WhatsApp, mobile apps, in-chat widgets. So you might have an app with a chat widget inside the app. So if you look at virtual agents, it's basically smartphones, laptops, desktops, smart speakers like Alexa, smart hubs, and other interactive devices. So the interface for chatbots is basically like a conversational chat type of user interface, while if you look at virtual agent interfaces, it's also like a conversational chat like user interface, but also you can do voice commands as well. So what are the advantages of these chatbots and virtual agents? So it basically helps to understand customers. So by having a channel in which customers can interact 24/7, 365, bots can help to better understand customers, what their interests are, what their needs are, and also the products and services which interest them. Then it helps to speed up the purchasing decision process. So by having a chatbot and continuously guiding the customer and addressing their issues, bots can fast track the decision making process of customers and drive more sales. Then reduce costs. So because of bots, you can reduce the number of customer support agents, human customer support agents on site because bots can take the level 1 support, which means initial response or initial interaction with the customer, and then filter out what the bot can do. And then what the bot can't do, it will divert to human customer support agents. And this will significantly reduce the cost because L1 human customer support agents can be completely eliminated by training a good bot service. Then we have things like handle multiple chats simultaneously. So bots can attend multiple chats simultaneously as they are able to upscale and downscale based on demand. So during peak seasons, customers might require more information about the products and services and also have more complaints. So bots can easily upscale to scale the demand, address the demand, and also downscale when the demand is low. So all these things can be done automatically because bots are able to understand, are intelligent enough to understand the demand and scale up and scale down when necessary. Then we have advantages like ensuring consistency and multiple language support. So bots train on consistency because all the bots will act in a similar manner when responding to customer queries. So if you look at human customer support agents, one might take a different approach, another might take a different approach. So it's really hard to maintain consistency. So having bots will enable you to really align your business, your outcomes, your goals and objectives and drive sales forward. So bots use one script. Bots can deliver a consistent support experience to the customer, and also things like multiple languages can be supported very, very easily using bots. So, what are the disadvantages of bots and virtual agents? So, bots are not the answer to everything. Humans are better problem solvers than bots, at least until now. And because bots run on a script, bots can run on an endless loop, frustrating the customer. Then, expressing emotions and being creative. So, chatbots are unable to connect with people in an emotional and creative way, resulting in feeling the lack of empathy from the bot about their issues. So, customers will feel that they are not connecting to a human to address their issues and they will feel the lack of empathy. Then, bots also need maintenance and upgrades. So, bots need to be consistently revisioned, maintained, and optimized to perform. So, AI or artificial intelligence can do the self learning part, but it needs to be trained with the right data. So in computing, we have this catchphrase called GIGO, which is garbage in, garbage out. So when you add garbage data, what you get is garbage output and results. So you need to be very concerned and very careful of the data that's being fed to train these chatbots and virtual agents. Well, that's about it for this lecture. I'll see you on another one.